During the first days of her life, the female infant does not see this sadness. Her eyes, which open for the first time on this world, are too young, too innocent, unable to see the hidden. I was one of those female infants. Like them, I did not take in the scene with my own eyes. The original images were not registered in my memory. I have tried to retrieve them in my imagination. At that time, 100% of girls in Egypt, upper class, lower class, my mother was circumcised, my grandmother, regardless of class or anything, they were circumcised, and boys too. And I was very young, 6 or 7. It's like a nightmare, you know, it's like a nightmare. And I wrote about it. But something happened, amnesia. We call it in medicine, childhood amnesia. You forget. And suddenly you remember. When I was in the medical college, when I started to examine girls and women who are circumcised. So I started to see it in front of me. It came to the conscious. It moved from the unconscious to the conscious. So I started to be aware and to rebel and to write against it. The Minister of Health was against me. Religious people were against me. Doctors, my colleagues, were against me. Everybody were against me. Nobody with me. And they said this is against God, against... Christians were against me because Christians are also circumcised, boys and girls. So Muslims against me, Jewish people against me, everybody. And I suffered a lot at that time because sometimes you question yourself. When all the world against you, then you see maybe I'm wrong. But I never said I'm wrong in relation to that. In my village at that time, and in all villages, usually the ceremony of the marriage, that the girl is exposed to very harsh operation, something like that, by the finger of the bridegroom to deflorate her. And then the family will take the blood of the hymen on a towel and show it to the people celebrating and saying, oh, this is the blood of honor of the man, you know, it's the honor of the father. And the father is so happy with this blood on the towel, and the girl is dying. Some girls died of bleeding because the finger of the husband is big and the girl is young, 10 or 11 or 12. I felt that I have to educate the villagers. Health education is very important. They should know that this should not happen. And also with circumcision. You know, the daya, the midwife, comes with her razor, not clean, and cut the clitoris. Sometimes she cuts other things, and the girl bleeds to death. And many girls died. I found myself as a doctor facing a whole of community, ignorance, cruelty, patriarchy, religion, because it was done under Christianity and Judaism and Islam. So I had to fight all. This was my education. I didn't study in university much. I studied in life as a physician, and this made me angry. All children question religion because they have common sense. All religions against common sense, because all religions are built on double standard. Standard for women, standard for men. Standard for the rich, standard for the poor. I cannot believe in a God that is not just. He must be just. He or she must be just. Or he cannot be a God. And with the flourishing of religious groups, women are oppressed. Women went back to the veil, to circumcision. And that's why many trials were raised against me. And they don't like me, of course, the Muslim brothers. They don't like my work because it's against their political exploitation. Because it's not a matter of religion. They use religion in politics. And religion itself is a political ideology. So it's politics, it's all politics.